Spoony.
What up? What up?
It's been a while.
Yes, sir, man.
I've been under the weather. You're kind of under the weather now. I said I've been under the weather. My voice is my voice is still a little cranky.
10.
Yeah.
9.
8.
Hey, you hear that countdown at
7,
the end? You hear that countdown at the end?
5.
Hey, man, we need that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, let's get it out of here. Let's get it cracking. Man, what is going on, Cowboys Nation? What is going on, Stargate affiliates, man? You're now rocking with your guy, Knicks. Our boy, Spoony, in the building. We're here to recap episode 1 and talk some recent, Cowboys news and thoughts and things that have been happening. But off the top, though, Spoon, off the top.
All right.
I know you're up there in New York. You're a little under the weather. Are you okay? Are you a possum or are you good?
I'm okay.
You're okay. Okay.
I'm okay.
All right. Yeah, me too. I've been out of the way. We apologize. I have been sick, guys. I might sounded a little bit still. I've had an upper respiratory infection. They've been holding up, waiting on me, but we are back. We're playing a little hurt, Spoon. We're a little hurt.
Yes,
maybe a little shoulder issue, but we good.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, man. Let's get some shout outs here before we get into it, man. Interesting episode tonight and some other things we're going to dive into. My guy Chris Jock's in the building, man. What's going on, Jock? Donald Weaver's in the building saying, what's up, fellas? Right. Chris Westry as well as in this thing. As always, man, give it a like, give it a share, moving around. Our guy, Professor O, should be coming along here soon. We got to wait and see as some things pop up at the last second. But with that being said, Spoon, off top, we just finished up episode 1, right?
Right. Yes, we did. Yes, we
episode
did.
1. Episode 1, 52 minutes. They kind of cheated us of a whole hour. A little bit,
I
right?
wanted 8 minutes. It was 8 minutes back.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Give us the full 9. You feel me? But with that being said, episode 1, out the gate, you ain't got to go too long. Too long. What'd you think? Well, just thoughts. What'd you think?
I love it. I love the energy. I love the them being themselves, regardless of the. We hear a lot of F-bombs going out. It shows that they're human. It shows that.
Wait. A lot of what again?
F-bombs.
So, okay. Going forward, Cowboys Nation, Stargate affiliates. Now, y'all know every episode now, that's a new drinking game. Every F-bomb, we got to take a shot and see what's good. Go ahead, though, Spoon. Yeah, go ahead, Spoon. Go ahead.
It was good. It was great. It basically showed Jerry Jones how invested he is. He's just not one of the owners who just sat at a desk. He's basically involved on what's going on. I love Mike McCarthy's energy. It was different from what we used to in the past.
Let's start right there. Hold on. Let's dive on that. Let me double down on that. I like that you brought that up, Spoon, because we did get a lot of rah-rah, if you will, or a lot of different things. From him last year after doing our 9-10-year bid with our guy Garrett and Rockabye. Hey, Isaac Alarcon is my guy. Well, I'm gonna talk about him a lot here in a little bit. He had a few moments, but I liked it a lot. We're gonna get into that though. But I'm with you. We got to see a little bit more of him, right? Not on the, because we've talked about a lot, right? I'm sorry, guys, my voice is cracking. I sound like hey, there was vasectomies talked about. That ain't what we're talking about here though on the show. I don't know what fossil was going on, but let's get into that real quick. When you talked about when you was talking about Mike McCarthy, and we got to see a little bit more of his personality, right? Yeah. Not being in the press conferences, not being those things, the mojo delivering things. For me, right, early on in camp, see, to me, it's like planting a seed to a certain extent, right? It was planting a seed. Mojo, it was funny, but it was real. And it's one of those things, once you get into the long days of the season, right? You get to the long days of the season, and in those moments when that pressure maybe get a little tight, you get to look at your guy next to you and say, where's that mojo, baby? And it relaxes you, lets you be in the moment. So I'm with you there, Spoon. I liked seeing a little bit more McCarthy talk. I like McCarthy saying, why is he out here? If the shoulder's hurt, let's get started. Let's go see what's going on, right?
Right. And see, you know what, BJ, it's no discredit to Jason Garrett saying all the right things. It was basically more about
Geoff, I don't understand why he was doing that. He did salt the hell out that McGrill. He's like, I need all the salt. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, when I cut you off.
No,
Go ahead.
That was funny too. But you know, I love how he brought up the passion. He basically took the ball high. He does not care about just playoff or reaching an NFC Championship game. He wants the whole thing. And I love when he came out and said a fucking trophy is heavy. You know,
heavier than you think. Right.
Telling these guys, I've been there. I want to take this team, but it's been too long. You know, so I love that passion, and it basically you can see the guys just the look on their face with buying into it. Remember last year there wasn't really a off season like the way they have it now, and it was just all fired up, man. I love every part of the show. I love some of the plays. You remember, I don't want to steal your thunder with Isaac Akaram because he had a special moment.
My God,
I just kept on laughing and laughing and laughing.
My God.
Yes. I mean, Micah Parsons. Listen. Oh God, energy.
Yeah, yeah. About City, that mojo, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
For me, and look, I'm going to pick a couple little different things here, and I'm piggybacking off of what you said there. As you were talking about Mike McCarthy and the certain things that he was doing and talking about, and those things matter, right? It's like, hey, I've coached this long. I've done it one time. I thought it was very important. He said, what the active roster is 53, right? He said it took 77 men for us to do it. You know, he planting those seeds in so early on. You know, you love to hear it. I think it was the right kind of message from him. Man, the snippets that we got to hear from Dan Quinn. Oh man, if you ever played defense on any level, like hearing how Dan Quinn talked and did things was got me juiced up, got me ready. Like, how old am I again? Man, can I get back? Can I? You know, I love what Dan Quinn was talking about. Now we kind of led off, and we had an episode where we talked about, well, what were they going to really do? You know, first episode, the highlights and this, and who they're going to talk about, who's going to be that guy. Right. And man, HBO, how smart of them. Hey man, here's Dak in your face.
Right.
Here's Zeke in your face. Hey, the number 12 pick. Here's Micah Parsons. Bam, in your face. And we're going to give you the coaches and a little bit of Jerry. Right. They, again, great job of letting them, and I'm talking about just from the production standpoint, what they gave us episode 1 and left us, to give us a full hour, right, 52 minutes, leaving us want more. I thought it was a really good job. I thought it was for the first episode. I thought it set things up very well. I thought they did a great job, out the gate. We were talking to Dak and, they're showing the scar on the ankle, right? What a way to lead. What a way to lead in. Here's the scar, right? Because everybody they mama in Cowboys Nation with the mic, with the dadgum, what they call them? What they call them? The spyglass, looking, trying to see, that ankle. What's it look like? How is it? First shot of this show, boom, in your face. Here's a scar. What does Dak say? I love scars.
Yeah.
Hey, man. And the first thing, look, and the first thing I thought about was the old replacements, right? Shane Falco, chicks dig scars, and you start rolling from there. I'll let you take it from there, Spoon, on that front.
Oh, no, listen, it was awesome. He was able to, freely talk about it. He was very anxious. The quotes he was saying, like, I'm not coming out this bitch, excuse my French. Him saying, complaining about the reps, he wants more. I mean, he was just all fired up. And maybe, he was, you could see him was throwing that ball kind of, pulling a little bit, which was causing a sprain. But it just, him sitting there and him talking about it and him being able to be around his teammates again in front of the fans, he just all fired up. And that really tells me that he's basically on point for this season. Like, he is ready to lead guys going forward, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, and I got to backdoor this. I do want to talk about this a little bit. So much, look, it's so much in the 52 minutes to break down, y'all. That happened. I'm with my girl, Move the Change, Rika. Hey, our guy, Alarcon. I like cake, man. I want some of that cake. I want, you know, hey, man, that cake looks really look. I only thing I could think about, right, was Squidward looking out of his window, seeing SpongeBob and Patrick running like, dadgummit. But you know what they did though, because we talked about this. And let me do the things that tie the bond.
Right.
They find a way, right, when it comes to Hard Knocks, to hitch their horse to a guy and what's going on, what's his struggle. He's not going to be the mainstay guy, what it is about him. They gave us that. If you didn't pay attention, Mr. Isaac is that guy now, because they showed him with the cake. They showed him getting dirty a little bit too, blocking and different things as well. So pay attention going forward. Isaac Alarcon is going to be that guy that, was it going to be Simi? Was it, who's it going to be maybe? They got their eyes on Isaac from Hard Knocks, and they positioned him right in episode 1. And for those that don't know, that are tuning in and doesn't know about Isaac, he was from the Mexican League, right? Who was here last year, and with the international rules that happens, he doesn't cost us a roster spot, if you will. Even if he's on the practice squad, he's with us. And if you look at him last year, he was about 285, 290. You look at him a full year here in Dallas. Now he's up to about 310, 315, looks the part. Now, does that mean he's going to be able to do what he needs to do to be on this roster? We don't know. We know swing tackle looks bad, though. And now we're kind of getting some ideas of maybe where Hard Knocks goes. But Isaac and wanting the cake, my guy. What did you think about Mr. Isaac tonight and getting highlighted a little bit?
It was classic. I want to get his jersey. I really do now.
There was another 60 that used to play for the Cowboys.
Yes.
Another 60. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah. All right. I love it. Just that part. It was, you could put as a GIF or a video or whatever. It was just funny. But it just looking at, of course, I want some of that cake. Like, bring me some of that cake over here. It was just classic. But
I'm doing the best I can, Sam. I know it's Alarcon. I'm doing the best I can here. Thank you.
But listen, it was just an awesome thing. And here's it, BJ. I know we're not doing the preseason yet, but I will say this. Believe you called it out as far as to watch out, and he had a heck of a preseason game last week against the Steelers. So I know we're gonna get forward with that soon, but that's a lookout. But I love just that part of Isaac. And I remember you asking us who's gonna be that guy. I said Simi. I know there was other names out there, and you're right. He's that guy. So I can't. I'm looking forward to the next episodes.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm ready to see where he's going to go and what happens with him. But let's pivot to Micah Parsons, though. Let's pivot to the what he tell the guys at NFL, Slum Baby, if you will. That's his nickname, Slum Baby. Man, here's what I love about Micah Parsons, and allow me to go back to why I took him off my board and watch how I can flip and say this is why I love him. Because as you watch the shows, right? If anyone that watched all of our shows leading up to the draft and everything, I literally was on cam and said a ton that Micah Parsons could easily be the best defensive player in this draft, but he did play last year. There's a lot of issues off the field. The lights hit different in Dallas. For me, I would take him off the board. I just don't know.
Right.
And that's where I was at. And that was my stance, period.
Right.
He's here. He has shown to be able to handle the weight of what comes with the star so far. Right. And the thing that I love the most about him is he's very comfortable in his skin. He's a rookie. He's wide open. And my goodness, he wants it all. He's going to have fun. Like, and we saw this, right? And we went back and we saw this with in the mini when they got to Oxnard, right? It was we're going to play a lot of chess with Amari. He only won 1 out of 8 games, right? Well, whenever they got out there but once they got out there to Oxnard, he's like, you might have got me on chess, but guess what? I brought Connect 4. Let's see what time it is.
Right.
And we've seen him develop and do things, whether we're talking about the line always stays hungry, different things. For me, the biggest takeaway from Micah Parsons this episode would easily be that, as the rookie is and the rookie does, he's like, two things. I should say two things. The phone call, which, my God, I mean, how does this young man know what a phone sounds like? Ring. I heard the ring. I was like, I know what it sounds like. I'm old. Does he know what this old school phone on the sidelines ring? He's supposed to answer it, right? But he picks it up, right? But he picks it up. Yeah, and him and Quinn are talking, right? And he's like, I'm just getting warmed up. He's like, yeah, so am I. But it's time to sit down. Man, you cannot. There's certain things that you can't teach. Yeah, I talk about speed and different things. Man, you cannot teach competitiveness.
No.
And this guy is just uber competitive. And you have to love that about him. The number two thing, and I'll let you go and let you say what you want to say about Parsons. The number two thing that I took away when he was the shot when he was sitting on the sideline next to LVE. And he's like, I want to make every play. And LVE was like, but you got to understand when it's time for you to make the play. But he's like, yeah, but I'm going to make every play. Like they had that back and forth where LV's like, no, you got to understand your place, your part, make the play when it's time. He's like, yeah, but it was like that, just that so rookie dumbness. Like I'm in this thing. I'm ready to write. Don't tell me I can't make the play. I want to make every play. And man, I just love look at that, guys. Little goosies right now. Wow. Little goosies. And he's looking at LV. He's like, maybe you don't want to make all the. I want to make every play. And I love that. And of course, actually getting to see that he was calling the defenses in preseason, ladies and gentlemen. And he's already came out and said he's about 75-80% comfortable. Not all the way to 100% yet with this defense. But my two big takeaways: phone call with Quinn, wanting to go back in. And Quinn's like, hey man, we got some more. You'll be fine. And then the other side of the talk with LVE, he's like, well, you got to understand when you're going to make the play. He's like, yeah, but no, I'm going to make all the plays. See ball, get ball, right? From the get. From the get when we drafted him. He said, I'm on that water boy-ish. See ball, get ball. That's where I'm at. Then those are my two takeaways. I mean, outside of other things within there, but my two takeaways from this episode when we talk about Micah and what he was doing. Spoon, what about you and Micah and how they highlighted him this first episode?
Oh, listen. You took one of my favorites, but of course with the phone call with Dan Quinn. I love that moment. My other moment was I love the fact, like you mentioned, comfortable. Like he's able to, he'll compete with anybody. Like your other boy Suo. So you have Micah Parsons and Suo, and Suo beat him for the touchdown, whatever. But he came back in at a play. He caught the interception, and he came out and said, "This is what got me." He goes, "I had to make a play because Suo got me on the last play. Even though that was a one-on-one playful thing, it stood with him. That tells me that if he makes a bad play, he's not one of those guys that doesn't care. He's one of those guys that's going to stick with him, and he's going to make up for it in the next play. And that's why, even though it was fun in game, it's just the mentality, Mamba mentality. Don't give up X, Y, and Z. I have to put that out there. And I love that. Listen, Jerry Jones came out the other day and he said, it's one of the articles that he has some Lawrence Taylor like in him. And I'm like,
okay, I got to press you on that because I saw your tweet. Spoon. So I got to press you on that now.
Okay, all right.
Let me press you on that and let's see what's good. Good. Now, we kind of talked about this on for those that watch the draft show with me, Tuck, and Spoonie, and a conglomerate of others. Then we kind of had this conversation because we saw when we drafted him. Now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he had the ear, right? All right. Oh, he got the LT earring. Let's get it. Little swaggy daggy about him and stuff like that. Although it's from my guy Jock. Personality is infectious. I do buy that as well, Jock. But let's get into it though. There's some things rumbling. It's way too early, right? We're talking about LT, guys. Oh, Jesus H. Christmas. Man, we are talking about pound for pound.
Yes.
Right? Pound for pound. Top 5 player all time. Pound for pound. We're not talking about position, nothing else. We're talking pound for pound. Okay, so we're not trying to put that on him,
right?
But when you have a defensive coordinator, man, and this thing to me goes back to Dan Quinn, and another thing here, and I'm gonna pick this up and I'll throw this to you, Spoon, and see what you think. Okay, is that, man, he is in his ear, right? I'm gonna take a basketball quote. Everybody knows Mark Jackson, and Mark Jackson, when he played with the Pacers and he had Reggie Miller, he said, man, I had the baddest man on the planet. He's like, man, every night I was in his ears, like, they can't stop you. Oh, you're the man, and he's told that story a lot of times. And you're kind of, to a certain extent, seeing that already with Quinn in his ear saying, hey, do it this way, do it that way. And he's coaching him, he's teaching him, he's doing the right things. But he's not just limited him to, well, you're just going to be the mic and that's what you are. We're going to move you around and use you as a weapon. Now, we know what LT was off the edge in the 3-4 and bar none. But Spoon, whenever you take a Micah Parsons, which, I mean, another thing, when he's on the sideline sitting next to LVE, boy, he looks very small next to LVE, them broad shoulders and everything. But whenever he's using him as a weapon and moving him around, boy, that weapon, like, not LT-esque, because I know you came out and you threw a lot of water on that fire. He's like, hey, hold on, earring, whatever, so on and so forth. Let's put the anointing oil away, if you will. But let me ask you this, Spoon. How Dan Quinn and what we've seen and what we've covered all the way through camp, through this episode, and you've gotten a little bit more behind the scenes, where's your positioning now when we talk about the impact, not LT impact, but we're talking about the impact of Parsons and what he can do for this defense?
Oh, listen, I think he's going to be a force. He's going to be a force all over the field. They're going to have him do a lot of different things to his strength that he's going to bring to this team. And what's scary is that he's catching on fast. His athletic is the part in Hard Knocks where everybody is talking about him on the side. Like, oh, fast. Oh my God, he's this. Oh my God, he's that. Like, it's not like just saying what it is. It's like a freak show. You're watching something that you normally don't see. And the thing is like with Dan Quinn, like you said, it's 24/7, and how creative they're gonna be on that defense. They're gonna be. Let me tell you this right now, okay? If y'all play fantasy and y'all have a defensive player, Parsons better be on your team. He's the type of player will give you at least 10 to 15 points a game. No lie. They're gonna make this man do so much all over the field, whether it's rushing from the linebacker position in the 3-4 up the middle, and we've seen some of that. During the training camp, what they was trying to do, but now mix that up with a show like Hard Knocks, what we're hearing, and the comparisons to players, like along as far as what he has in him, his ability is scary. It's gonna be it's scary for opposing teams.
Spoony, you'll be jump all the way on the limb. Look. You put my brain aside and speak with my heart.
Oh, it's BJ. You gotta stop preaching. And
I'm just saying. Do you?
What?
Did you want to save this for after the show, or you want me to do it now? You would save this for later. Or you want me to do it now?
Hey, BJ. You know I don't like when you tease, man. Say it. Give it out there.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn. No, hold on. I'm on.
Uh-oh.
Man, I'm bought. I'm in. Look, I'm telling you right now, not that I'm saying that I'm in on Parsons. I'm saying I'm in on I don't know the way that I feel currently. And look, right, and look, and this is gonna rub some people the wrong way. And that's okay. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna own it no matter how this thing goes. Because we got a guy that's gonna go and be a first ballot Hall of Famer next year in DeMarcus Ware. I think Parsons is better than DeMarcus Ware. I think Parsons is going to have a better career than DeMarcus Ware. I just do.
Hey, listen.
I think they're built differently. Not that DeMarcus Ware is a bad guy or
right.
I mean DeMarcus Ware is DeMarcus Ware. I'm not anything on DeMarcus Ware. Okay. Like we know what he did. We know what he did. We understand what he is. He's gonna be first ballot Super Bowl champion, did everything he did. I'm telling you now, I think that the intangibles and what I'm seeing, I think that Micah Parsons has an opportunity to be a better player in his career in his span in Dallas than DeMarcus Ware was for Dallas. Period. I really do. I think there's different things. I think there's a different speed. I think there's a different temperament that he does. Look, again, no disrespect to DeMarcus Ware whatsoever. I mean, I can grab my autograph picture with him, pull it down. Love me some DeMarcus Ware. But I think that, you know, what they're going to do, because hey, let's remind ourselves, DeMarcus Ware was also a off-ball linebacker at the end of the day, / maybe defensive end once he got to certain levels, right? Sacks look good, but I'm looking for impact on games. And a lot of times, no disrespect to Mr. Ware, there were times you would look up at the scoreboard against a Philadelphia team and we'd be losing, you know, 34-7 or 34-10. But boy, DeMarcus Ware had like 3-4 sacks. Great. Right. So, you know, from what I'm seeing in the attitude, now things happen over time, but I think his skill set, and here's the other thing about it, his skill set in this defense and how they want to use him, I think can be more impactful longer than what Ware was for us. Clip it. Hey, everybody here. My God, look, I got it. I got him up and down here. Yeah. Hey, I got it up and down here. Got it up and down here. Hey, clip it. Hold me to it, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to run anywhere. Clip it. Hold me to it. I'm a guy. Look, and I'm being honest, completely honest. No. My Kool-Aid is, as my guy boss says, it's very measured. I've looked at everything. I've kind of checked some boxes and seen some things. I went from a guy that didn't want him on my board because of not playing for a year and things that happened to watching everything come full circle and things happen. So with that being said, man, hey, that's just kind of what I think and what I feel. Again, we'll recircle this. I'll own it. I'll tweet it after the show. I'll put it out there for everybody.
Hey, BJ, let me tell you another story.
Go for it.
BJ, when we was in Dallas for the NFL draft, okay, BJ was preaching to the Cowboy fans. I remember when they took Blake Jarwin. BJ told everybody, he told everybody, listen, watch Blake Jarwin, watch Blake Jarwin, watch Blake Jarwin. 2 years.
Interested Witten killing me here.
Watch it. And I remember when I was at the Giant game during Blake Jarwin's 3 touchdowns against the New York Giants, I called BJ. I said, you was right. You was right. And here's the thing, y'all. Everybody doesn't, and there's no disrespect to anybody. I know BJ has the eye. And BJ come out and say, watch this now, X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna look at it. And now, by him saying what he just said, which is huge. It's not, you could pick any player. DeMarcus Ware was he was definitely a beast for the Cowboys. He's a Hall of Famer. And we all know that. But to look at Micah Parsons, and he hasn't played a full game yet.
Right.
To say what you said, I'm not gonna call it just bold. I know you feel it. You've seen it. It's that eye look. There's certain guys you can see has it. Certain guys, and you're seeing it. Now, Cowboys, this is where what we need to do is look at Parsons more. Because now I know going forward, I'm going to look at Parsons in that same line like his BJ is. And you know what? I see it too. And let me tell you something. You have to be impressed for what he was saying today, for how he was acting. I even love him playing around with Jabril Cox, saying, "Hey, this is why you went to North Dakota State while I was in Penn State."
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, he's not afraid to speak his mind. So if his teammate's not doing an assignment, I can see Parsons going to his teammate and holding him accountable.
Right.
BJ, I love that.
Look. And look. And if you don't like, if that's too strong for you, you know, he's the best easily defensive draft pick we've had since DeMarcus Ware. If that sits better with you.
100%.
Because again, I'm not trying to, excuse my language here a little bit. I'm not trying to shit on Ware. That's not what I'm doing here.
No.
That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is though, but man, you just got to understand and look at what you have at certain points and see things that are happening and what's coming along. You're right. And man, I'm just telling you, there are certain things and how they're using him and what's happening right now with him. And he has an extra gear. I'm just telling you, hey, we'll recircle. Look, I won't run from this. Again, y'all can clip it. Y'all can talk to me, inbox me. I won't run. Look, I've never run from any of my takes. I'm just telling you, it's meant see ball, get ball. I'm on Waterboy type stuff. We've not had a Waterboy type player since when? I'll let y'all tell me in the comment section. Tell me the last guy that we've had that way. I'm just being honest with you. This isn't no Kool-Aid drinking. This isn't no, oh my God, because remember, I was a guy that had him off my draft board. Let's be clear. Completely off my draft board from draft till here. And I'm like, and I'm looking and seeing, and I've done this for a while. I'm like, okay, this is different now.
But you know what, BJ, to give the credit what it's due. To get the credit what it's due. Because I know when we talk about Parsons at the NFL draft, it was more about with the media and off the field stuff. It was more about just the attention. But I recall that last night on draft night, you say, you know what's funny? The Cowboys haven't mentioned with Micah Parsons at all. That was about it.
Right.
And look how things happened the next day. And the whole time it was in on him. We had a lot of the players. We didn't talk about Parsons at all, but we never disliked him.
No, I just hey, it's just different. It's just different here in Dallas.
So, but you know what? I tell you this right now. Listen, he's something else, man, and I really do see something in him, and they caught Dan Quinn is gonna make him a monster. He's going to make him a monster this year, and he's going to utilize him and be able to do the things he wants for him to make plays. And for the energy he's bringing to the table, and again, you just mentioned it, BJ, against the in the preseason game, he wants to play more. I'm just getting comfortable. Right. He's calling the plays on. Listen, we got something going,
and it's special, and we should be excited about it, and let that rumble and let that happen. Outside of that, though, so obviously they highlighted Mike a little bit, right? They got us to some Dak and some Zeke. Zeke can't rap a present. That's okay. I'm not great at rapping presents either. He tried. Dadgummit. we had our special team of Bones vasectomy. I don't know what he was trying to. I mean, Spoon, did you understand what was going on?
You know what? Didn't I make this mistake the last time we did a show? And when he started,
he talks about he does a lot about vasectomies. I mean, I don't know what's really going on there.
Yeah, listen, he had the guys going in the room, but I love stuff like that from coaches who openly will just talk about anything just to get a convo with the player before you start the assignment.
Right,
I loved it. It was definitely cool.
Of course, I mean, let's backdoor because I made sure I had a McDonald's cup. Look, and from a guy Paul, by the way, who's like, something's in that McDonald's cup. I brought the McDonald's cup because Jerry was salting the hell out of a damn McGriddle. Look, I got a Powerade Zero.
Oh man,
see, look, it's red. It's red. That's what's in my Powerade cup. Okay, man, Jerry on that phone, man. Look, I don't know. He grabbed it. My guy, Jerry was I'm like, brother, Jerry, you're so old. Like, should you really be putting that much salt on your? Why are you? Wait, first and foremost, raise your hand if you ever put salt on a griddle. What are we doing here?
I have no clue. I've never did that before. I thought I was sugar going to his coffee when he first grabbed it. I was assuming he gonna put in his coffee. That's what it was. But when he put it on the sandwich, I'm like, well, it's got to be salt. But I mean, it's McGriddle.
Hey, I'll tell you what I liked.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I liked. Like after they had a conversation and he was talking about, oh, we're gonna talk to the Rangers and everything else. Jerry's like, his McGriddle had been sitting there for a minute. He was like, all right, well, I'm gonna let you go. He's like, I'm gonna let you go to work. He picked that phone up and clicked so he gets to that salt and that dadgum McGriddle.
Mm-hmm. I was. Listen, I'm like, couldn't anybody? I wouldn't even think Jay would eat something like that either. I thought he's saying more exquisite early in the morning. No, it's coffee in the McGriddle, and that's what it was. But like I said, I love Jerry Jones in it too. He got emotional. He showed some emotion.
He did.
He's heavily invested in this team, and he doesn't just sit there. He's very involved, and he took him on Dak Prescott and all kind of stuff. That was definitely what you should be doing.
Right.
I like the fact Willie McClay that he was in the coach's box. I've always wondered where did Will McClay go? But he's in a coaching box.
But do you think that Quinn's going to stay in the box when it comes to regular season? He said preseason he's doing that.
Right.
Going forward, do you care? Does it matter to you?
You know what, BJ? I'm not a fan of defensive coaches in the press box. I think, especially a new defense this year with this team, I'm not a fan of it. But I'll trust him over Mike Nolan, what we had last year. But hopefully he's on the sidelines. This preseason, at least you up there, you get to see a more view of these new guys and X, Y, and Z.
Right.
During the season, I really hope that he's basically on the sideline.
Bet. Hey, for everybody still here, man, if you want to come on and give a comment, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section right now. Man, feel free to click that. Come on in. We'll get you on and have a conversation with you real quick and kind of spin it around and let other people get in here. With that being said, let's spin up out of this, though, because, right, they did talk about, Dak, the shoulder, I mean, Dak was a little testy even before he hurt the shoulder, right? He was pretty testy. He's like, I haven't played football last year. I mean, a lot of F-bombs from Dak and whatnot. I guess the biggest news that we should talk about moving forward, for sure, is that Dak. Well, first Amari activated from the PUP list,
yes,
right, and also Dak throwing the ball to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was he zigging it downfield and doing a whole bunch of extra? Not so much, but throwing the rock though, right? Nonetheless,
right. And he's working on a light page because Amari Cooper just got off the PUP list as well, so he's trying to take it easy too. It's definitely a good thing for us to see that our number one wide receiver right now and our quarterback are basically back together, both working out. That's very encouraging. They're going to be ready to go for week one, but, they just have to knock off the rust for the time they miss. But it's encouraging to see that they're both ready to go.
Right. Big facts. Anybody wants to jump on, we're going to be on here for about another 10, 15, maybe 20, depending on what's going on. Hit that link on StreamYard that I just dropped in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Hit that link. Come on. We'll get you on, and we'll get your reaction as well as it pertains to episode 1 of Hard Knocks and what you think going forward, or anything in camp right now, because we do have a game coming up this week. Because we're going to wrap up in Oxnard, right? And on our way, wrapping up from Oxnard, we are headed to Arizona
on Friday. Yes, on Friday. Hey, listen, I have something to attend, but I had to speak to the wife because listen, 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I just can't wait. This is a game where I think you're gonna have more guys get some more reps. They're gonna switch guys around to see how they look with different guys. I'll Simi Fioku. He may go for a different quarterback this week than what he did last week with Ben DiNucci. So I want to see.
Simi's in trouble. Let's just give it a buck. Simi's in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, Malik Turner. I mean, he made a mistake, but he got it back. Against the Steelers, Malik Turner, Eagle.
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah, from
He had a
UT.
good pass, right?
But are they going to keep 5 or 6 though, Spoon?
I think 6.
Okay, so everybody, said Brown maybe was already locked that up, and everybody's fighting for number 6, perhaps if they go that deep.
I was thinking Brown will be the surprise cut out of the group, and they add 2 more.
I think
one more.
Shoot, I don't know. I think Brown's done too much. I'll be honest with you. So far, we'll see. Tom still to be had.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts, but Tom's still to be had for sure. Let me ask you this. I mean, as it pertains to the Hall of Fame game, as we're pivoting off of this and we've covered everything else, anybody else that for you Hall of Fame game that you're like, oh, pay attention?
Okay. Oh my God. What's his name? Nate. Oh my God.
Running back?
Sorry, Nashawn Wright and Kelvin Joseph. Brainfart. Yeah. I mean, listen, Nashawn Wright. Listen, I tell you this right now. Steal. Why I say that? I just love the way. Once Anthony Brown got benched, I love the way he played against Chase Claypool. The only thing I had a problem with the pass interference was that he stopped. End of the day, you have to fight through it, let the ref see, and that's what it's about. Right. Speed, size, the ability. As far as cutting in and stuff like that, that's always a taller man's weakness. But I tell you right now, for him to play zone, stuff like that, I'm loving the pick. I'm loving the guy a lot. Israel Mumakaru.
Okay.
Man, listen. At the safety position, I love the range he's showing. I love the instincts he had. They had a nice between him and Nashawn Wright had a nice tackle when it was a run to the outside. But you saw it's like a 20 power right at the running back. So those are my guys. Reggie Robinson. He made a play, but then he gave up a play too. So
yeah, he had a good tackle on 3rd down. He had the forced fumble as well, but then they got burnt right. Rigo Dow obviously played well at running back. There Osa. I mean, Osa had some good flashes.
Yes.
Osa for sure had good flashes. They got you excited. My guy Bohana, Big Bo. I mean, his big ass coming back this way. Now, when you play Madden, right? Whenever you play Madden and your defensive guy makes a big hit and knocks the guy across the line for a first down, you get pissed off. I was like, man, this don't happen. I hate this shit. And then I watched Big Bo literally peel back, catch the guy, hit his ass, and knock him past the first down marker. I was like, man, Big Bo definitely showed me some things for sure. I like what Osa did. I like what Bo did, from the middle line. Boy, backup quarterback. Guys, look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Cooper Rush does not have an NFL arm. Those are just facts. I'm not hating on Cooper Rush. I appreciate, what he's done, what he's been, the whole 9. It's fine. There's Garrett Gilbert and nobody else. I don't know if the Cowboys want to really bring in competition to push him or not. But at the end of the day, I had some people tell me, oh, well, I think Cooper Rush actually outplayed Gilbert and this, and the third because, well, he played with lesser talent and whatever. We put the stats up, we were going back and forth. I'm like, at a certain point, at times, the tape don't lie.
Right.
I don't care about the stats. Look at the tape.
Right.
Look at the throws that Rush did. He doesn't have an NFL arm. I'm sorry. No. Now, Ben DiNucci, I don't know what they're seeing. That's a project still, whatever. Sidearm Nucci, man. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I think this is a position that if they're going to address it, it's going to be at the deadline when they cut, camp cuts, and maybe they bring somebody along that they say, oh shit, he got cut. Okay, we'll bring him on and go from there. I don't think that anything of that's going to change moving forward. But We also have the injury update. Kasuwu at fullback, neck injury coming out of the Hall of Fame game. So now the undrafted kid gets a chance now. We got to wait and see there. Ball went to IR. The maligned Marshall, FSU, domestic violence, whatever. IR, he's up out of there. Your guy from Clemson, obviously, as well. Mitch Hyatt he's gone to IR. That's probably going to be a injury settlement, and that'll be the end of that. Real quick, we do have somebody. The boy Geechee's in the building. What's going on, Geechee? Say your name. Well, I know your name. Tell them where you're from and what you got for us, brother.
From Johns Island, South Carolina, man. What's up, me? What's up, BG?
What's good,
Hey, South Kakalaki's in the building. What you got, man? What you want to talk about the training camp so far, or do you want to talk about Hard Knocks episode 1? What you want to talk about real quick?
I guess we could talk about training camp. I think Hard Knocks kind of intertwines with that. So
okay. What you got for us then?
I just wanted to kind of piggyback off what you were saying about Parsons, what y'all was saying, and I totally believe that the kid's going to be special. I think he possibly could be a Hall of Fame player. I know we're jumping out on the limb a little early, but it's just something about him.
Let me ask you, hey, how about this one? Let me ask you this, Geechee. Let me ask you this. And here's where my thought process is. And Spoonie, if you want to jump in, I'll let you jump in.
All right.
How long did it take us when we saw Dak? Ever before he got to regular season, we saw Dak enough. We were like, oh, there's something here. The ears perked up. You knew you had something. Like, oh, I know we got something here. Is this not really the same kind of thing where we're talking about when it comes to Parsons, or no, Geechee? What do you think?
Great example, because I was one of the few people that I bought in on Dak that first preseason game against LA. No matter how bad they say he kind of looked in practice, when he got out there and played under the bright lights, the kid was a gamer. Like, it was just something different about him. And I feel the same thing with Parsons. I think some guys, you just can see it from the jump because he looks so different from other players. And I think totally just seeing him on the field and how natural football just seems to come to him, I think the kid's going to be special. I think he has that same Dak effect to him. Like, he could be that leader of the defense in the locker room for the defense like Dak is for the offense.
What do you think, Spoon?
Yeah, I love it. I love everything what Geechee is saying. I think Parsons will be that guy. He's going to be that defensive leader very soon. And you can see it, just the passion he brings. He wants to play so much. Just when he's not going to settle for anything less. You heard the convo with the BJ brought up earlier with him and LVE. Well, you make the play when you got no. I want the whole thing. I want to always be in the mix of it. So, and I agree. I think he has that mentality where you could say Hall of Fame. I also believe, even the first year where we seen guys like Ray Lewis when he first came out of Miami and the impact he made, Brian Urlacher, Patrick Willis. I think Parsons could be that guy next season. People going to think defensive player of the year. Hey, I go further. I'll say a Pro Bowl player. You know what I'm saying? So maybe first all pro. I mean, I know it's too fast to say it, but you just that look, and DJ started me up with the DeMarcus Ware. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing too is, man, guys play football and there's guys that love football.
Right.
And you can't make guys that are good at football love football. But the guys that love football, that are good at it, it's different. And I really think the biggest thing that I've learned so far about Micah Parsons throughout this process, through training camp, Hard Knocks episode 1, and everything we've been tuned into is it's not that Micah Parsons plays it well. He loves the game.
Yes.
So, Geechee, anything else? You get to plug anything or do anything before you get up out of here, brother?
No, that's it, man. I just wanted to come in and piggyback on what y'all said, man. Appreciate the show, the content y'all do. Big fan, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man.
Hey, brother, man, we appreciate you on the same token, brother. All right. Hey, guys. And, of course, as Geechee just joined, man, hit the link. Come on through. Get on here. We got about, hold on. We've been on, 52 minutes. We got about 8 more minutes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long you got. I don't know if we need to be on longer than an hour, so on and so forth. And my guy Paz just joined and said, how do you feel about Parsons now, brother? You have to rewind and hear the statements. Just scroll through the comments and you'll scroll through the comments. They'll tell you exactly what I said about him earlier.
We love him.
So,
we love. Hey, listen, Rodolfo. I remember Rodolfo. He was one of the guys during the draft night. Not draft night, during the mock drafts, and Rodolfo was up there basically preaching for Parsons. Man, said, "Listen, X, Y, and Z." Listen, it's like I said before. Nobody in this panel was never against Parsons being drafted. It was the being scared of the media because they always leaking and find stuff. But once he came out and spoke on draft night, and we all know what that was behind the pass, we knew. But just seeing him tonight, it's like a cherry on top. Yeah, it's a cherry on top, and I just can't wait for him to get going. I tell you, he's gonna be something. He's gonna be something. Hey, listen, I hope Tom Brady watched it. I'm gonna say that.
Oh yeah. We gotta tease. We gotta tease Tom. Not like, man, he's having a good time skipping training camp, going to the Hall of Fame, the ceremony, stuff like that. Let Tom and the Bucks do what they doing. Let us do what we're doing over here. You know what I mean? And for everybody that is on, I got people chiming in on Twitter. Shout out to my Twitter people. Shout out to my Facebook people as well. Yeah. By all means, on the bottom of the screen, as y'all see it, the Stargame Podcast. That's all you got to type in on YouTube. Go over there, hit that sub button, like, sub, notification bell. Man, we appreciate you as always. My guy Mendoza with the plug skis. Plug skis. We got, let me see. We got 5 more minutes. You can hit the link and join. Ask a comment here or ask a question here. Spoony, anything else about either or training camp so far, or the show tonight? Anything that you want to talk about?
Well, I'm going to talk about our new acquisition, Malik Cook. Malik Cook.
Okay, bring him along slow. Okay,
yeah, they bring him on very slow. He gets his impact. His first chance this week of real practice. I really want to see how he does. If he's his training camp. I want to see, do they feel good to play him Friday night for the preseason? Probably not. But I just want to hear more things about him in training camp where he's making play in the ball and stuff like that. Other than that, I tell you one thing. The energy, BJ, is so positive. The coach is definitely changed, and these guys want to just get up there and get it going. And we got a young team. We definitely got a young team, very young team. And listen, I'm trusting what they're doing right now. I'm good at safety right now because you have a selection of guys that we know could do the job. As far as corner, listen, Kelvin Joseph. I always say when nobody's mentioning your name, that means you're doing something right.
There you go.
So, and at preseason, you didn't see him. He started. He definitely started, but you saw nothing his way. So, not
hold on. Yet, and look, and we didn't bring up Maurice Kennedy yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, didn't bring up Maurice yet. And what's going on there?
BJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, listen, Maurice is putting on a show. He opted out last year. He says, you know what? I got a show. I'm gonna give y'all a show. And he is turning heads. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. He is making conversations and between all Cowboy Nation as far as, wait a minute. Now Anthony Brown may be gone, maybe Jordan Lewis, but Maurice Kennedy gotta be up there. Some say Maurice should be starting. Some say he should be nickel, the starting nickel.
He should definitely. As much slot play he's got.
Oh yes.
Right.
Listen, he caught an interception during the Rams joint practice.
Yeah, scrimmage. Yeah, during the scrimmage.
And I was like, this. Listen, we talked about him last year when the Cowboys had got him late in the season. What happened was it was against when he was with the Baltimore Ravens during the
right. We signed him in the offseason, right? Ravens, Jets. We signed him during the offseason to come in and compete, and then COVID, he opted out.
Yeah.
So we had to wait and see. We didn't know what we had because he never practiced done last year.
Right.
But now here he is, a year removed, and my goodness, is he playing? Jock, with a question for you, though, Smo.
Mm-hmm.
What will this defense be?
It's going to top 15. I'm going to go. I'll say top 15. I would. You know what?
Okay.
You know what? I'll say 12.
12.
12.
12 overall?
12 overall.
Okay. Mendoza, what's your guys' thoughts on interim S&C staff held over last year, and they do Marcus passing till now? Wait. Hold on. You messed me up there a little bit. Let me run that back. What's your guys' thoughts on the interim strength and conditioning coach staff held over from last year and the job they've done from Marcus passing till now? I'm a little different on that. But let's talk about the strength and conditioning coaches in general. Aleo Collins, where he's at physically. A Zeke physically. Let's talk about Neville Gallimore.
Yes.
And where he's taking the jump. How about Connor Williams?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
how about Connor? And the one thing that we talked about Connor Williams and the strength, and that's the problem with him. And we're seeing a little strength from him, right? We saw Aaron Donald slinging. Right. Strength and conditioning coaches, I think, have done a phenomenal job this offseason. And back to the defensive question, you had him at 12. Mendoza says 17th. We'll see. For me, as we talk about defense, overall here or there, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm just really my guy Matt O. We've talked a ton. Matt O. My guy Professor is bleeding into me. Man, I'm looking at turnover margin. I'm looking at points per game.
Right.
If this defense and offense can coincide, and we can be somewhere around a plus 8 to 10 in the turnover margin.
Okay.
And I think if we can be a defense that gives up 21 or less points per game, I think we're ready for a lot of wins. That's what I think. That's what I really think. The yardage and different things and whatever, I mean, it's fine, because, I mean, obviously last year we were 31st against the run, 155 yards per game, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about this to nauseum. I mean, passing defense, we were 11th.
Right.
But all the guys that were here last year aren't here. But some of that was from the passing side because we couldn't stop the run. So, some of this shit is year to year. I know everybody likes to kind of, and not just, Cowboys Nation, like NFL and analysts and stuff here, like, well, year to year, you take it, you look, you do, and yada. Well, it's not always that simple, though. It's not always that simple. You know what I mean? Right. It's a little bit different. You change the culture. You defensive coordinator. I mean, my God, how many draft picks were defense this year? Spoon, what, 8?
Yeah, all our draft picks. And
right.
See, listen, I tell you this, and I don't think they're done as far as acquisitions. I think because I think not this is the next week. You got to cut 5, then 5, then the rest. But I think I can see a trade. I'm not say it's gonna be for a big time play, but a solid player. I think I wouldn't be surprised. Anthony Brown will be on the trade block. Maybe.
Whoa! I already told you. Look. Yeah. I said it before camp. I said it before camp.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, the guy that wouldn't be here is Anthony Brown. That's just how I felt. That's all. I mean, and I'm going to stick with that. Yeah. I don't think Anthony Brown. Look, and here's the reasoning, ladies and gentlemen. You drafted. Look, and to be clear, even more so, Mr. Wright is behind Diggs. That's his position currently, right? Okay. So they have Brown outside at cornerback too.
Mm-hmm.
Your slot so far is Lewis and Maurice.
Yes.
Well, Lewis has been hurt. He's just getting back into the rotation, and Maurice has been killing it. So for Brown to make this team, he has to be extremely, not just marginally, extremely better than Kelvin Joseph, aka Boss Man Fat. If he is not, it like leaps and bounds, like clearly better than Kelvin Joseph on the outside, there's no reason for them to keep him.
No, not at all.
You let him go, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Listen, I could, and I would definitely see for body for somebody, somebody on this defense.
And not to cut you off, if Nation Rock keeps doing things that he's doing, they're going to give him a chance on the other side too. Yeah. And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But until he gets that chance,
right,
we can't say nothing. But Brown versus Joseph currently, Brown hasn't done enough to make it here yet.
No, he hasn't, and that's why I'm liking. I really do think I'm loving Joseph. I'm loving Nation Wright for what we saw right now. But I really do think that they could go out there and make a move and trade Anthony Brown. I think for another team, I'm not saying he gets some great acquisition, but body for a position that they may want to improve maybe on the defensive line, another big body there, and see what happens. Yeah, listen, or somebody who gets rid from another team.
Right. And Pat says, I think Jordan Lewis leaves before Anthony Brown. It's not going to happen because they just gave Lewis the same contract they gave Brown 2-3 years ago.
I think
that's why Brown will be the guy out, because it's an easier out. They saved like 2.5 or 2 million, somewhere around there. They just read up Lewis. Right. Lewis is going nowhere. Right. Brown will be the guy that'll be out. Follow the money. Shout somebody, in the building, what's going on?
Right.
What's going on? So that's the cornerback situation. Now, you said a trade, a move, a pivot. Now, you're not talking about a big name.
No big name.
Right. What do you think they're trying to supplement them? What do you think the Cowboys need to possibly supplement as we are, X amount of weeks in the training camp, one game down, 3 games to go? What do you think? Where are you looking there, Spoon?
I really do want to look at quarterback, but I don't see a Brown for a quarterback. I've always felt that see what Gigi is really about. Let him compete with another veteran. We like what we see, but we want to make sure and see more. Offensive side of the ball, I think is solid. If you wanted to look
Sweet tackle, well, I mean, after the first preseason game, Sweet tackle looks iffy as F right now.
Yeah. BJ got me. The swing tackle is definitely the main part.
Hold on, let me get mine.
There you go. The swing tackle is definitely a big need. Also, tight end is pretty solid. I love what Sean McKeon is doing. About him undrafted.
Another year 2 guy. Shouts to the Wolverines, Michigan in the building.
Yep, and he was faced with the same situation as Dalton Schultz in Stanford. Tight end was there to make just blocks, not a lot of passing to the tight end. But again, he has the ability to do it. We're seeing it right now so far in camp. He made a couple of plays in preseason too. So defensive side of the ball, the line. You always, that's the one position I will honestly say you want to bolster up the defensive line. The linebacker depth I like it a lot. I like the corners right now, especially with Maurice Kennedy. He's doing with the rookies is solid. At safety, this is the first time I'm going to say this, BJ. I am no need. I'm not worried about the safety position no more. I'm not worried no more.
Whoa. For this season.
Yeah, for this season.
For this season. A lot of one-year deals, whatever. A lot of one-year deals, right.
I mean, Mendoza did point out to us a certain player. It might be available.
No.
You're not going to do that.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
But at the same time,
just like corner, like let's go ahead and address it. Like CJ Henderson, he's available now, and there's a lot of connections happening or whatever. No, it's a no. It's a no. For me, it's a no for CJ Henderson because I don't understand. Like y'all took him last year in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
New coaching staff, I get it, but it took like the most you would have got for him would have been prior to the draft.
Right.
You're after the draft, you're into training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Things are happening, and now you want to move on from him. Fam, I'm cool. I don't care about what maybe Dan Quinn thought he was in Atlanta and maybe want to go get him or whatever. Look, sure, you want to take a 6th round pick? I'll take you.
Oh no. Listen, I feel like now I'm not giving no 1st, no 2nd round pick. It has to be a 3rd round pick. Maybe a play that we want to get that we have.
Hey, look, I'll send you Anthony Brown for him.
Hey, I would just explore
Anthony Brown.
Yeah, just explore it. Just look at it and explore it. I would do something like that. If you listen, for me, I always want to get better. Never settle. I'm just too for what I see in this offense. This offense could really be unstoppable.
Well, no. That gum is Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
I told you from the get. This is a Super Bowl ready offense.
Yes, you did.
It was last year until Dak got hurt.
Yeah.
I am the CEO of the SEO. Scorched Earth offense, 40 burgers.
Yep.
That's who I am. Yeah. This offense is ready.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think we got a guy in Parsons that's ready to bring us over.
So,
I think we got a cigar. I think we got a cigar. I think we got a cigar, Spoon.
Let me ask you something, BJ.
Oh,
the story. Remember the BJ Time story about what do you need for the defense to win, and that story about the middle. Go ahead.
I just down the middle, like baseball. Gotta be good down the middle.
Right.
I got Gallimore. I got Gala Monster. Shout out to my guy, Big Game James. Neville Gallimore, year 2. I got Mr. Urban coming in this thing. Mm-hmm. I got Oza. I got Big Bohanna. Boy, gets me excited right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, the Watkins and whatever. I'm excited right there.
Yeah.
Now I added a Neal.
Yeah.
Okay. Added a Parsons.
Yeah.
To that linebacker core. Then I got the KZ.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw what Donovan Wilson did last year.
We did. Yes, we did.
We saw what Donovan Wilson did last year. And then, boy, they said, hey, let me just sprinkle. Y'all remember before training camp ever started, they were like, is it KZ? Is it Hooker? Is it KZ Hooker? Who's it going to be? We got both.
Yeah.
Fuck the injuries. We got both. I'm like, and for shits and gigs, we got a little curse on top to spread around. We drafted Izzy from South Carolina, who's showed up here and there as well with his 6'4" ass. I like down the middle a little bit all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty good about down the middle all of a sudden. We just don't have those guys on the back end signed for length. And obviously, KZ Hooker health is an issue. And we have to wait and see, how that works and what happens with them. But boy, if you look at the safety room in general, from right now what we have over the past 2-3 years, you have to be encouraged by it.
We got bodies, DJ.
We got bodies. Mario would say, question, wasn't able to watch Hard Knocks. What's with Dak and Mike not liking each other?
Where was that from?
I don't know. I just hit my thing and I got a little buzz in my ear all of a sudden. Messed up. I mean, not liking each other. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far at all. I think they had they had a scrimmage coming, you know, and Dak, showed us whatever, and he was still out there, and McCarthy was just like, "Hey, let's go get some treatment. Let's see what's happening. Let's get it fixed." And then finally he went to Dak, like, "Hey, let's go see about it." And Dak went and seen about it. Outside of that, early on in camp, Dak was a little upset about getting pulled out on certain reps or whatever because he missed so much time last year. But that's normal stuff. That's players. I mean, look at Micah Parsons in the preseason game during the same thing when it came to Hard Knocks, and he wanted to go another series or whatever, and Dan Quinn says, "No, you can't do it." Man, that's just players wanting to go and coaches get them off the gas. So no, I mean, outside of that, there's nothing to be had there. Mike and Dak are fine. Go ahead, Desmond.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if Mario is alluding to. There was a part where he was joking with Dak, and Dak was serious, and McCarthy said, "I'm just pulling your leg, champ." Again, I'd say like this: Dak Prescott is hungry. He really wants to do it. Mike McCarthy is bringing on very slowly. Sometimes you just get upset. You know what I mean? And we've seen that even for 4 plays, how disturbed he was. Mike McCarthy he's been a coach for a long time outside of head coach, especially with quarterbacks. So he knows what's best for his quarterback, and I just think Dak Prescott was just too, wanting, just get it in there. It's missed almost a whole year. So that's what it is. I won't look into it, say they don't like each other, or things like that. Okay, I think BJ right now is having some difficulties, but yes, going back to it, when it boils down to it, I think just Dak Prescott is just very hungry just to get involved and get it going. That's the type of guy you're gonna get when you passion you're gonna see when you're missing the game for a minute. And
no doubt. I had to rewind. Sorry, my microphone messed up for a second. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just camp talk. Like Spoon said, man, that's camp talk.
Yeah, it's the same.
Player want to be a player.
Yeah, is that the comment with Micah Parsons to Jabril Cox when he came out and said, he goes, "That's why you didn't. That's why you went from North Dakota State. You didn't play at Penn State. Basically talking bad about the school. That's just just talk. That's what it is. Nothing serious."
Hey, look, my God, Blizzard. It's funny, D-Law and RG riding under the radar so far. Look. Hey. Man. Hey, let that ride out till that opening Thursday and let Tom Brady find out. Yeah, it's fine. Let that ride out.
Listen, they're getting ready so far, little by little. We're getting closer and closer and closer, And I tell you this right now, they come out of here injury free and ready to go week 1.
Right.
They're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring it. They're going to bring it.
Hey man, a lot to be excited about, Cowboys Nation. We're excited. Every single episode, we're right here. We're doing the reaction. We're gonna have a good round table talk and do that. We do episodes during the week as well. On the way to make sure that YouTube, as you see on the bottom, Stargate Podcast. Hit the sub, hit the notification bell, so you know when we are going live. On top of that, on Twitter, your guy Nix _ in between. Y'all see it. Spoonie 881 come through. Follow us on Twitter. We have a good time of that way. Man. Spoonie, where are we going? 17-0? That's where we're going? 17-0? What you think?
17-0. 17-0. I feel it.
No, Spoonie. You're wrong. We're going 20-0 winning the Super Bowl.
There you go. Listen. You know what? We're just getting started, man. We are just getting started, and listen.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, Patrick, bruh, that boy said 7 and 10. Hey, Cuzzo, what you want to bet on 7 and 10? I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. What you want to go 7 and 10? Flip it. 10 and 7 at worst. 10 and 7 at worst. Give it to me. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Pat? 10 and 7 at worst. I'll take your 7 and 10. What you want to bet, bro? Hit me up. This guy. Look, he said 7 and 10. I can't do it.
7 and 10.
Why can't you do it? You said 7 and 10. Give me what you look, hey, man. I know you're in my area. Let me know what you want to do, man. Let me know what you want to do. A hundo? I bet. $100. $100, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick has the Cowboys going 7 and 10. I'm betting $100 that the Cowboys will not go 7 and 10. We will win more than 7 games. Bet money. Wow. Easy money.
Yeah.
Easy money. Oh, that's easy money. Wait, brother.
Is Patrick a Cowboy fan?
No, he's a Cowboys fan. Boy, that's easy money. He must think Dak ain't gonna play. He didn't see Dak throwing today.
Oh man.
Easy money. My God. Easy money. Hey, look, hey man, Patrick, are you following me on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, make sure you follow me. I won't get this tweet off as soon as I get up out of here. Big facts. Big facts. My guy Jesse always coming through, man. Jesse, appreciate you as always. My God, he came in with a hate maker at the end with this 7 and 10 stuff. 7 and 10.
I need to see. I think it's Dak Prescott. That's what it is.
I mean, hey, brother, he can say what he wants to.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, we went. Look, hey, about this. We went 6 and 10 without Dak last year. Come on, Cuzzo. This is a layup drill. Cuz, this is a layup drill right now. You feel me? 7 and 10, we'll get 8 wins. 17 games, we'll get 8 wins. I'm not even worried about that. See ball, get ball. Parsons might play quarterback. I don't care. I'm BSing. With that being said, Cowboys Nation, remember, follow us every episode. Every episode, we're going to do this and have a good time. Spoony, this ain't our normal show.
Right.
I know it's not our normal show.
Yeah, I'll save the minute.
Do you need a minute or no?
You know what? I'll give. I give a little minute. I give it a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, dadgummit.
Yeah.
Sporty minute in the building. Go ahead. Hold on. So let me give you the big spoon. Oh wait, that's not the right way. Hold on. Wait, can I? Wait, I want to give. I'm trying to give the big spoon over here. Go ahead, Spoon. It's on you. Smoothie's minute before we get out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Cowboy Nation. What we just saw was a high-rated TV show. Not because of the network, it's because who the network was showing. That's right, the Dallas Cowboys. We saw Jerry Jones. We saw Dak Prescott. We saw Micah Parsons, the future. We saw a lot of great things on tonight's show. This is where now the mindset, this is where the positive thinking needs to come out of what we feel about America's team. We saw passion out of Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott. We saw possibly the best defensive player to come out in a long time for the Dallas Cowboys, and Micah Parsons, and what he may bring to the table. What we saw was mojo. I'm going to take it as that mojo. We need to feel that mojo as well as Cowboy fans. No longer we look in doubt. No longer have that mojo. Bring that mojo. Feel that mojo. Mojo moment. There you go.
Hey, man. You gotta have that mojo, baby. You gotta have that mojo. And when you looked at old Garrett, there wasn't a whole lot of mojo there. So look, mojo. The mojo must be happening because boy, I done seen certain people, ladies in the building, talk about why Mike McCarthy got that mojo with that beard. So, man, mojo's all around.
Mojo.
Hey, man, good stuff as always. Make sure you tuned in to us on Twitter. Make sure you got us followed up on YouTube. Obviously, on Facebook, we got the YouTube page of the group. We're almost 7 grand strong, man. Come through, follow us, do what you got to do. Then we're going to holler at y'all. Spoony, I'm going to hit you when we get up out of here. Good stuff. Man, and then hey, look, man. Y'all know what it is. Quest for 6. We're owning. Quest for 6. Mojo in the building. I got it. All the mojo.